Hello all, welcome to Inside Science new initiative that is MARGHADARSHAN, that is PSIR through PYQs. Myself Nikhil K. Gowda, the Political Science and International Relations faculty at Insights. So let's enter day 6 and let's look into the two questions, previous year questions of today. The first question is on Aristotle. This was a question which was asked in UPSC 2017. So they given a quote. So everywhere, inequality is the cause of revolution, Aristotle, and they're asking you to comment on it for 15 marks. So friends, like here, what can be the introduction? Please introduce about Aristotle. You can say Aristotle has written an important book called as Politics. And important in this book, Aristotle speaks about the classification of different types of government, and his core concern is also analyzing about what is the best practical form of state. And then you can go on to say that one of the core ideas in this book is he speaks about revolution. So now what is the demand of the question? For that we need to read the quote. Everywhere inequality is a cause for revolution. Means now forget about Aristotle for a moment. Think about what is he trying to say. He's saying that inequality, like political inequality, social inequality, economic inequality leads to revolution. So here first you have to tell what is revolution according to Aristotle, and why does he say that revolution leads to inequality. Then you can bring the current relevance of it. So the demand of the question revolves around you answering about revolution. So you telling what is revolution according to Aristotle and what are the causes of revolution. And he also recommends what are the precautions that can be taken. So this is the demand of the question. Now structure of the answer, first start by writing revolution according to Aristotle. Revolution according to Aristotle, in Aristotle's sense, even a small change in the constitution, in a small change in the constitution represents revolution in Aristotelian sense. And you can say Aristotle also speaks about general causes as well as particular causes of revolution. But more importantly, what Aristotle says, in monarchy, in democracy, in polity, or any type of the classified form of government, he says inequality in any form leads to what? Revolution. And then you can connect to the idea saying that this is true. What Aristotle is saying, that even in today's time, when we look at, if you take the American Revolution, or if you take the French Revolution, or the very recent times, you can say Arab Spring. So all these have happened because of social or economic or political inequality. So in a way, why Aristotle is considered the father of political science? Because his insights about politics in that regard is very much relevant even in today's time. And Aristotle also spoke about the state has to work in reducing inequality in order to gain legitimacy. But however, you can say from today's point of view, you can bring antithesis. When you look from a Marxian point of view, revolution is not today in terms of what Aristotle spoke about, a small change in constitution. Revolution is seen something which is more radical. And in present time, revolution can be brought more according to Marx, that violence is the midwife of revolution. But even what Marx would agree with Aristotle is that inequality is one of the root causes of revolution, and revolution according to Marx is inevitable. So friends, this is what you can write as part of addressing the demand of this particular question. So I've been able to link Marx also into my answer. So interlinking is a very important component of answer writing. So don't blindly go for just enriching your content. Learn the art of interlinking. Now let's go into the second question of the day, that is discuss Karl Marx concept of class, which they have asked in UPSC 2020. This is they have asked for 15 marks. So obviously the introduction will be here, that I'll write about Karl Marx. Who is Karl Marx? you can say Karl Marx along with Engels wrote the Communist Manifesto, and Karl Marx is one of the most influential thinkers in 20th century in that regard, and you can say half of the world has worshipped him as God, whereas the other half of the world see him as the devil. And then you can say one of the most important concept that Marx has raised in his book Communist Manifesto is class, because here the demand of the question is about you need to address on class. You cannot write everything about Marx. You have to more focus on points of class. So what is class according to Marx, and what leads to class conflict? Okay, then you will also have to bring antithesis. Antithesis with respect to what Marx argument is there. So the structure of the answer will be what? Introduction about Marx, then I am going into describing what is class. So here I will write class for Marx. Class for Marx is defined as a social relation, as a social relationship rather than position or rank. So this is one thing what I'm going to say, that according to Marx what is class. Then second one I'm going to say that for Marx capitalist class cannot exist without the proletariat, and vice versa. Proletariat cannot exist without capitalist class. Hence he says that relation between classes is antagonistic. And why it is antagonistic? Because their interests are contradictory, because they have contradictory interest. Then you can say that according to Anthony Giddens, he said Marx said that separate individuals form class only insofar they have a common battle against each other. And then you can say that Marx said that class did not result from distribution of products or military power or political power. For him, classes is a result of the product of the distribution of the mode of production. And for Marx and Engels, what they wrote in Communist Manifesto, the history of hitherto existing societies, his history of class conflict. But now you can write antithesis to counter Marx's view on class. So here you can bring view of Peter Kropotkin, who is written in his book Mutual Aid, where he says we cannot view class relation only through Marxian lens, that it is class conflict. There is numerous instances in human history where classes also have cooperated. Then you have Max Weber, where he has criticized Marx's view on class as what? It is suffering from economic determinism. Then you can also bring an Ambedkar view, where you can say Ambedkar said Marx's view is more Eurocentric, because in a country like India, rather than class, caste is a very important social structure that can be taken into account. Nevertheless, you can write in conclusion, Marx's analysis of class was very important with respect to calling for the working rights and capitalism becoming more humanistic in that regard. So friends, that should be the part of your answer. So this is how you can address this particular question. So as I told, always focus on addressing the demand of the question. Try to bring arguments, also try to include counter arguments, and also bring what is your viewpoint regarding it. So with this, we have come to end to today's session. We'll meet again tomorrow with day 7 with 2 new set of questions. Till then, take care. Thank you.